Alright. BDSM talk, we'll say 8.5, because, yeah, might as well. I'm a little cranky right now, so I apologize. I'm sure that's going to come through. It's been a really long day and a half. I'm a little irritable, but I'll live. I wanted to talk about, in this video, different titles in the lifestyle, how to appropriately address a dominant, a sub, whichever. There are different protocols depending on where you go. In the bedroom, you can say whatever you want. In a public BDSM atmosphere, like if you go to a dungeon or a party that is lifestyle, you're going to want to address differently. Okay. So, again, if you haven't seen BDSM videos 1 through 8, then definitely go back and watch them. I don't want you to get ahead of yourself. If you know where you need to be, then definitely go to that spot and continue from there. Okay. A submissive. There are actually many different roles that you can take. There's a bottom, who is someone who enjoys pain, but doesn't necessarily want to submit. There's a submissive, who is someone who may also enjoy pain, but enjoys submitting. A submissive doesn't necessarily enjoy pain, so they can be different. You have a top, which is someone who enjoys giving pain, strictly. You have a dominant, who is someone that enjoys the submission. They enjoy taking that, but may not necessarily enjoy giving pain, but they may enjoy taking it as well as giving pain. There are 2 other roles that I haven't yet discussed or touched on, master and slave. I consider them the more extreme end of the scale, so I've been kind of keeping them in the back burner. Slave requires and deserves the same amount of respect as a top, a bottom, masochist, a sub, any title. All of these titles deserve the same amount of respect. You show respect in different aspects. Like a dominant, as a dominant, you aren't going to show your submissive respect by putting them on a pedestal. You will show them respect by treating them with care, learning what you need to do to make sure they won't be harmed. That is how you treat your submissive with respect. A slave is a lower title. It all depends on the relationship, what that signifies. But it usually denotes a 24/7 total power exchange. A total power exchange relationship is where the power is constantly shifting. The dominant will take it all, and the submissive will have none, is usually how the power exchange goes. And if it works for you, wonderful. I can say I've kind of lived one of those relationships, as a few of you have mentioned after finding my bondage profile. And I will get into that at a later date. I don't want anyone to feel they have to go my route. I don't want anyone to feel that if you don't do some of the more edgier things, that doesn't make you a kinkster, that doesn't make you someone into BDSM. You go at your pace. You don't necessarily have to do what anyone else has done or follow the same guidelines. Go at your pace. If you don't like gags, and I've talked about gags, don't do them. There's no point. If you aren't going to enjoy it, why? I recommend trying everything once, see if you like it. If you like it, great, go ahead, do it again. If not, there's no point. Unless it was a bad experience, then I say try again. But, general rule of thumb, only try it once. Then go from there. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Yes. Also, master, I consider it someone who is extremely well experienced and someone who knows their sub inside and out and demands constant subservience. That is what I consider a master. I don't usually use the term loosely. Sometimes I enjoy saying it because I like saying it. I like feeling what it does to my body by saying the word master. So, sometimes I will. sometimes, but not a whole lot. Usually, I also didn't address masochist and sadist. A masochist is someone who thoroughly enjoys pain. They get off from pain. A sadist is someone who gets off from giving pain. So it also kind of ties into top and bottom. Now, ways to properly address people. Any sub-bottom, usually you ask the dominant how they want their property. I know people are going to flame me for that, but essentially what you are as a submissive, you are your owner's property. I'm not saying it's legal and you're binding. In that role, in that moment, at that party, you are owned. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, but I will get into ownership later. As for addressing a dominant properly, if it's male, if it's a male dominant, usually sir is the best, or you can ask to address by name, but you do not address by name without permission. It's proper protocol for most places. As well, if someone is a master, so say I'm at a party with my master Bob. You wouldn't go up to my master Bob and say, "Hi master, can I get you anything?" No, that's bad form. You would say sir, or unless that was his title that he said at the beginning, "I want to be addressed by Master Bob," then you could use it. But master is a very personal term. If it's not your master, don't address by master. It's a respect thing. So I think that clears up everything. If there are any questions, comments, anything at all, please definitely leave them. I have more things that I want to talk about, as I'm sure my mind is just filled with all the stuff that I want to give to you. And talking to you, as silly as that sounds, has really helped my mood improve, because I know that at least some of you are enjoying it. So thank you, play safe, and have fun.